Because if she keeps teasing you, the last thing she wants is another safe, polite reply. Most men miss this completely. They think teasing is random, harmless, just her personality. Or worse, they think it means she's not interested. Usually, it means the opposite. When a woman teases you in a warm, playful way, she's not trying to lower the tension. She's checking if you can carry it. That's the part most guys don't understand. She is not testing whether you can impress her with the perfect answer. She is testing whether you can stay relaxed inside the tension she just created. That is what escalation really is. Not becoming aggressive, not forcing physicality, not suddenly acting like some overconfident character from the internet. Escalation is simple. You stop responding to the words, and you start responding to the energy underneath them. Because teasing is rarely about the literal sentence. It's about this. Can you flirt back without collapsing into explanation? Can you handle pressure without getting stiff? Can you turn the moment into something more charged instead of making it flat? That's why the guy who says the right thing often loses. And the guy who smirks, slows down, and gives the energy back usually wins. Think about the kind of teasing that actually matters. She calls you trouble. She says you're probably bad news. She acts suspicious when you say something smooth. She gives you that half smile and says, "You say that to every girl, don't you?" On the surface, she's pushing you away. In reality, she's handing you the ball. A weak response is literal. "No, I don't say that to every girl." That kills it. Now you're defending yourself in a moment that was built for tension. A stronger response plays with the frame. Only the ones who make it this easy. Or even better, you don't rush. You let the silence sit for a second. You smile like you know exactly what she's doing. Then you answer with calm, not effort. That's what she feels. Not the line, the calm. Women notice emotional movement more than verbal precision. They notice whether your energy rises, tightens, and asks for approval, or stays grounded and slightly dangerous. That's why teasing is such a powerful signal. It gives her a way to create flirtation without fully exposing herself. She doesn't have to say, "I'm attracted to you." She can just provoke you a little. She can challenge you. She can playfully accuse you. She can create a tiny spark and watch what you do with it. And your response tells her everything. If you get defensive, she feels like she has to carry the interaction. If you get overly sexual too fast, she feels like you missed the calibration. If you stay too polite, too friendly, too clean, she feels the tension die in real time. But if you catch the game and raise it just a little, now the moment starts breathing. That's the key. A little. Not 10 steps forward, 1. If she teases your confidence, tease hers back lightly. If she calls you trouble, agree with a twist. If she pretends not to trust you, enjoy it instead of correcting it. She says, "You look like you flirt with everyone." You don't panic. You don't deny it like you're in court. You say, "That's not true. Sometimes I take breaks." Now she knows you're not fragile. Now she knows you're not trying to win the interaction. You're inside it. And that changes everything. Because attraction dies under effort. It grows under ease. This is also where a lot of men go wrong. They think escalation means doing more, talking more, touching more, pushing more, proving more. No. Real escalation is often subtraction. Less explaining, less seeking, less hurry, more eye contact, longer pauses, a voice that doesn't rush to rescue the moment, a response that assumes the tension is welcome. That's why the most attractive men often look like they're doing almost nothing. They're not inactive. They're just not leaking anxiety. And teasing exposes anxiety fast, especially when she does it repeatedly. That's another sign men overlook. If she keeps finding ways to poke at you, she's usually trying to keep a private game alive between the two of you. That matters. A woman who feels nothing usually doesn't invest in playful tension. She stays neutral, practical, flat. The interaction moves, but it doesn't pulse. Teasing is different. Teasing is investment. It means she's thinking about how to affect you, how to get a reaction, how to create a little world that only the two of you are inside. That's why the worst thing you can do is step outside that world and start acting formal. The moment she says something playful, the interaction stops being informational. It becomes emotional. It becomes rhythmic. Now she's not listening for facts. She's listening for presence. Can you meet her there? Or do you retreat into safety? And safety is seductive to almost no one. There's another layer here that most guys never see. Sometimes the tease is not just flirtation. Sometimes it's permission. A woman may not want to be the one who openly moves things forward, so she creates a playful opening and waits to see whether you can read it. Not because she wants mind games, because directness can feel exposing. So instead of saying, "I want you to lead this somewhere," she says something that gives you room to lead. That's why you'll hear lines like, "You're bold, aren't you?" Or, "You think you're smooth," or, "I don't know if I should trust you." Those are not always objections. Sometimes those are doors. And weak men hear a warning. Strong men hear an invitation wrapped in a challenge. Now, this only works when the teasing is warm. That matters. Warm eyes, lingering attention, a smile she's trying not to show, re-engaging after the joke, keeping you in the conversation, returning after she pokes at you. That's teasing. Cold sarcasm is different. Actual disrespect is different. Discomfort is different. If she looks closed off, gives one-word replies, avoids engagement, or pulls away when you add tension, that's not your moment to escalate. That's your moment to read the room. The men who get this right are attractive for one reason. They are not reacting to their fear. They are reading her comfort, matching her energy, and moving one step past safe. That's all. One step. Not a performance, not a script, not some fake alpha routine. Just the ability to hold the moment she created and slightly deepen it. And here's the insider truth most men never learn. When she teases you, she is often trying to feel what kind of leader you are in emotion. Not in status, not in money, not in words, in emotion. Can you take a charged moment and make it feel fun? Can you make her feel safe without making the interaction boring? Can you be playful without becoming needy? Can you be bold without becoming reckless? That's the real test. Because attraction is not built when everything is obvious. It's built in these tiny, slippery moments where she gives you plausible deniability and waits to see if you have the social intelligence to recognize it. So if she teases you like this, stop treating it like a problem to solve. Treat it like a thread to pull. Don't defend yourself. Don't overdo it. Don't freeze. Smile. Slow down. Answer the feeling, not the sentence. Because in that moment, she's not asking whether you're nice. She's asking whether you can take tension and turn it into chemistry. And if you can, she usually won't need to tell you what happens next. She'll make it easy for you to lead.